Eric Cartman, everyone's favorite and most dastardly character. Well, in this timeline, he would finally get what was coming to him. Eric Cartman did many, many bad things. And this video is, well, not long enough for me to name them all, so he definitely deserves to go here. In fact, I don't even know if he can be redeemed, but let's find out. As one day, Cartman would be, well, eating some chicken pot pie, when suddenly he would begin to choke as he fell to the ground. Out of all of his crazy adventures, out of all of his wacky antics, would be how he fell. As then, Cartman would wake up with a red sky around him. The sky was bright red. Everything around him was nice and colorful. Everything around him seemed different. As he would think he was dreaming, he would pinch himself and say, "Ow! Mom! Mom! Where'd you go?" As he started to call out for his mom, he would then look down and see his skin. It was now truly pale, as his eyes were darkened. And, well, Cartman could have many sins to rely on. Gluttony is one of them. Wrath is one of them. Envy. Cartman's just messed up, so he could have a lot of different powers. But we're just gonna go with, well, envy, because Cartman was, well, he was tricky, and he was always jealous of others. He always wanted more. He was jealous of Kyle. He was jealous of the people around him. Every time he was jealous, it would lead him towards hate. Hatred and jealousy were his biggest emotions, and I could just do gluttony, but I feel like it's just too lazy, as Cartman's new powers were based on hatred and jealousy. As he would begin to walk around, not knowing where to go, he was pissed off that he was in hell. He didn't know why. He would look for Lucifer, but he couldn't find him until he went to the hotel, and he began to knock on the door as Charlie opened it. As Charlie looked down at Cartman, Charlie would say, "Hi! Are you here to be redeemed?" "Oh, you're a child. I'm so sorry. You must have been led down astray a long time ago." Cartman would say, "I'm pretty sure I'm here by mistake. I mean, I'm a kid. What do you think I am, a Jew? I don't belong here." As then, Charlie would say, "That's probably the reason why you're here. You can go in." As Cartman would walk in, he would sit down on the couch. As Alastor would look at him, trying to scare him. But, you know, he was a kid, so it was part of his moral code not to hurt a kid. Unless it really, 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 really had to be done, or just pissed him off. Which Cartman, well, can be both, let's be honest. As then, Alastor would say, "Hello there, child. What are you doing here?" Eric Cartman would say, "Try to figure out why I'm in hell? I mean, what do they think I am?" As then, Alastor would say, "Oh my, you hold a lot of hate, like from people from my time. Tell me, are you scared of me?" Eric Cartman would say, "Why do you sound like that?" As then he would sigh and say, "You really are new here. I'll fix your possession in time." As Vaggy would say, "New guest alone. If you are a guest, you're just here complaining. Now get out or stay here if you want to go to heaven." Cartman would say, "Well, obviously I want to go to heaven." As then he would start to grab some food and eat it. As Vaggy would say, "Well, we have some rules here." As then they would go over it. Cartman would just sigh and go up into his room. As Angel would walk in, Angel would say, "Anything new happen?" As Charlie would say, "You got a new guest, really? Is he handsome?" Vaggy would say, "It's a child." Angel would say, "Oh, why didn't you tell me before I asked that?" As then Angel would then go to his room. As Eric Cartman would, well, he would simply eat and watch TV most of the time, kind of be lazy. So yeah, not really making best progress, but he didn't cause any trouble in the news like Angel did, so I guess he's better. I don't know. However, one day, though, they'll be having a therapy session, as Cartman would go in and listen to it. As they were all talking and sharing things about them, Cartman would start to talk and share himself. And he would mostly be about, "Well, I guess I did one thing bad when I made a kid eat his own parents." As they all looked and said, "What?" As Alastor would laugh and say, "Man, you must be quite powerful. Tell me, have you used your magic before?" As Cartman would make food summon to him. "Yeah, I can make food go to my mouth. It's pretty sweet." As Alastor would sigh and say, "You're wasting your potential." Cartman immediately knew Alastor was going to try to manipulate him. But he'll take something and he'll learn from him, but he wouldn't shake his hand. As Cartman would talk, him and Alastor would go out and start to train. As they trained, though, he'd begin to learn more and more, as Alastor would try to act like a father figure to him. And Cartman would say, "I can see through that, dude." As then Alastor would say, "What? You're trying to act like a father figure to manipulate me. That's totally bogus. Same thing you do with Charlie. I'm not an idiot. Don't worry, I won't tell anyone. I just think it's sweet that I have powers." As then Alastor would say, "You're no fun." As he walked away, Cartman would say, "Yeah, I know." As then Cartman would hear about the exorcism, and he would have an idea. Maybe if he helped them out, they would get him into heaven secretly. As then he would start to research how to do this. He would research embassies or anything he can do, and then he had an idea. Cartman would wait as Charlie and Baggy did their meeting with Adam. As then they left, Cartman would go and knock on the door. Lou would open it and say, "What do you want?" As Cartman would say, I want to make a deal with Adam." As then she would say, "Why would we trust you, a sinner? I know you're a child, but you can't go to heaven." "I don't want to go to heaven." "Well, actually I do, but come on now, you're really busting my balls. I want to give you information to help you. I know you're going to want to destroy that hotel, but I guess I can give that information to someone else if you don't want to stand a chance." As Luke would say, "We don't need help." As Adam would say, "Busting your balls? That's hilarious. Let this kid in." As Luke would let the kid in, Adam and Cartman would start to talk. As Eric Cartman was, talking to Adam, he would manipulate him and be his friend. He knew Adam had a big ego and liked to talk about dude bro stuff. So he'd be like, "Dude, that's totally awesome." And he would just brag about him, and they'd begin to talk and laugh as they were both immature, and they would both get along quite well. I mean, he did get on his nerves sometimes, but Eric knew Adam was his only way out, so he would let it slide. As Adam thought Eric effing ruled. As he said, "Damn, kid. Too bad you can't grow up anymore, because I would adopt you, because you were epic. Now, are you sure you want to help me? I can just maybe smuggle you in now." Luke would say, "Adam, no. I'm kidding, half kidding." As then Eric would say, "Well, if you give me an angelic dagger, I could do some damage with that. Or maybe some explosives, that'd be pretty sweet. Or a nuke." Okay. I can't give you all that, but I can give you a dagger and a potion that turns you invisible. Does that sound good?" Eric would say, "Yeah," as he agreed. As he said, "Excellent. As then Eric Cartman walked out, Lou would say, "Sir, what are you doing?" As Cartman would go back and wait in the hotel, Nifty would start to talk to him and say, "So you're a bad boy, huh?" A bit chubby." Cartman would say, "Hey, I'm not chubby, I'm just big bone." "If you were just big bone, that would have fixed when you went to hell," as she giggled. As Cartman would say, Cartman would immediately want to get rid of her first now, but he had to wait for his mission. As he would say, "So, what's the plan?" As then Nifty would say, "Plan? Yeah, why'd you talk to me?" "I talked to you because I like bad boys, silly." He. As Cartman would sigh and be like, "Chicks are crazy." As Nifty would want to hear about Cartman's bad deeds, as he would tell her, because, he's done a lot of them. Let's see, there was a classic parent time. There was a time I rode Cthulhu and started destroying things. Nifty would say, "Did you ever do something good?" "Yeah, I saved a whale." "Well, we launched him into space and he died, but we thought he was from the moon." As Nifty would say, "Wow, you've been on so many adventures." "I can't believe it. Most people's Earth lives are boring, but yours seem more excited than here." Cartman would say, "Yeah, but don't get more excited, don't worry." He'd smile at Nifty as Nifty would then walk away. As then Cartman would go up to his bed and smile. Cartman was excited he'd be able to go to heaven. It was going to be so exhilarating, so extreme, so exciting. He didn't really know what to do up there, though. After all, he would miss Earth because of his mom. His mom made the best food, and it tasted delicious. And it was so fun messing with Kyle, messing with everyone at school. Just, pushing their buttons. But heaven would be pretty sweet too, he thought to himself. As long as they didn't play those holy music. If he played that, then that would suck. Charlie and Baggy got into an argument. As Charlie left, Cartman would turn invisible and sneak up on Baggy, and then take her out. As he would do the same thing to Husk and Nifty. He didn't want to try it with Alastor, because Alastor was too strong. Then he left. And with them left in ruins, and with Sir Pinchus there, framed to take the blame. So, hope you all enjoyed this. Hope you watched South Park, otherwise this may have made no sense to you. But, okay, who hasn't seen South Park? It's such a big show. It's been around forever. I think, even if you haven't, watched it religiously, like I used to, I don't really watch it like that anymore. But I have caught up on the newer seasons recently, which I really like. I think new South Park's really good. Hot take. I love what they did with Mr. Garrison. Mr. Garrison's my favorite character now, along with Cartman. Just that Trump stuff was really funny. It always had me laughing. Yeah. Ever since South Park's been changing up a bit, I've been really enjoying it. I'm a big South Park guy. What can I say? I think it's better than The Simpsons and Family Guy, honestly. South Park always makes me laugh. South Park always, brings a smile on my face. It's one of those shows. And one of the things I don't like about shows is when people say you shouldn't watch it because it's too offensive or it's too anti-woke or whatever. Like, both sides do it. If I like a show, I'm going to watch a show. Like the Fallout show. Everyone's like, oh, it's so bad. They made it for the casual viewers, which you should do. If you make a game show, you should make it to the casual viewers, not the hardcore fans, so you get more people to watch it. I don't blame them for that. I would have done the exact same thing. But people hate it for it. And you know what? The Fallout show is a good show. Screw you for saying I shouldn't watch it. Screw you for saying, oh, you're not a true Fallout fan if you like the show. Just piss off. I like it. It's a good show. Shut up and just let me have my fun. You know what I mean? And same thing for people who are like, oh, the show's too offensive, or oh, the show makes fun of these people. I don't care. I'm just going to watch the damn show because I like the damn show. If I like a show, if I like someone, I'm going to watch them. I don't care if they're woke. I don't care if they're anti-woke. I don't care if they made an offensive joke. I am going to watch them because I like them. That is the type of person I am. And that's how I watch shows. And if you don't like it, then, well, shut up. I'm sorry for going on this rant, but recently everyone's been on the internet. Everyone's being like, oh, you shouldn't watch this, or if you watch this, it's like this. And I'm just like, who cares? I just want to watch something and have fun. I don't know why people make these like 2-hour-long essays on why the show sucks, or why this sucks, or why you shouldn't watch it. Just tell me, it's okay to give an opinion. It's okay to be like, hey, this is good or this is bad. But a 2-hour-long thing saying like how bad it is, trying to make it sound like the worst thing ever, just shut up and just let me watch the show, okay? Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share with your friends. Sorry about this rant. It's been building for a while. And who's your favorite South Park character? Let me know in the comments below. I love you all so much. Thank you for being here. Thank you for supporting me. It means the world to me. Peace out.